Hey, what is happening, guys? I hope you enjoy my super hipsterness today. I am wearing a t-shirt that has a scarf on it, but I'm not really wearing a scarf. I'm also wearing my epic hipster glasses. And anyways, guys, today is an over-pondering video. Something just, fell on the other side of the wall. I assume that's my sister. But anyways, guys, today I'm going to be talking about time. And I'm going to try to move from the past to the future, and this is what I think of time. So guys, in the past, 200 million years ago, however far back you want to go, it doesn't really matter. It is what we think of as the past. But if you really think about it, 200 million years ago was the future 300 million years ago. And 200 million years ago was the present 200 million years ago. We are living in the present, but the present will be the past in the future, and the present was the future in the past. So basically, guys, what this means is we are always living in the present, but we always try to measure in the past and the future. Now, something that does amaze me is the fact that we never saw the past because the past will always be before us, and we can never see the future because the future is always just ahead of us. So we are always going to be living in this little bubble of the present. And what that means is 5 minutes ago was the past, but I never lived in the past because it was the future when I was living in it. So therefore, time travel is impossible. Now, the reason I say that is because if we're always living in the present, that means nothing can change outside of the present. If we travel to the past, we have to bring everything we know now with us to that, which would mean we don't move. So we would either need to find a way to break out of what I would assume is like a tube. The past, present, and future is all a tube, and we are in this little part of the tube here, and we need to break outside of that, move to a different point in time, and go back into there, because otherwise we will always have to move back. She's playing her piano or guitar, and it's not annoying in this video, but I guess it's kind of like background music, which I've neglected to put into all of my other videos. But guys, you have to think about this. If we were ever to create time travel, it would open up this weird portal, because we can't travel to the past or to the future because we're always living in the present. I've already kind of touched on that. But if time travel was ever possible and you did travel to the past, you could only travel to a point in time where you were born, because the only thing that would be changing is where you are, not how old you are. And what that means is you could only travel back to, say if you are 21, or I'm 14 or whatever, say I wanted to travel back to when the dinosaurs were living, I couldn't do that. I couldn't physically do that because time travel suggests that you are moving through time. But in order to move through time, you either need to keep the present with you, or you need to move with time. And in order to do that, time has to take an effect on your body somehow. You can't sit at a desk for 5 years and not change your physical appearance. In a week, your hair grows a little bit, your fingernails grow a little bit. So, in the time it would take you to move into the past, whether you're traveling at light speed or not, it would still take you time, and that time would have an effect on your body, and therefore you would more than likely age or grow younger as you time traveled. What this would also do is create time holes in the earth. I call it a time hole because I don't have a real name for it, but basically, as you would travel through time, you could be the only person traveling through time throughout that entire span, because otherwise there would be another person intersecting with that time span, and at the point where it intersects, it would create almost like a black hole. And I say that because as something passes through these two areas of time, they are both either traveling back in time or forward in time or back and forward, and it's this really weird point in time where multiple presents exist. So that's like, there's a person that is not supposed to be living at this time, and there's also a person that is living but isn't the right age, so they're visiting themselves. And then there's also the present of what it would be without time travel, and that intersecting point would have three beings that shouldn't be there, or two beings that shouldn't be there and one being that should, and that would create just this really powerful like energy source almost, because there's things there that can exist and there are things there that shouldn't exist, and it would essentially just suck everything into a big black hole. Now, what else would happen is we would have already found out if time travel existed, because we would have people who could time travel coming back into the past. That's something that has always dumbfounded me, how people always think, well, we can figure time travel out, we can do it, we can move ahead in time, we can come back in time, we can go see the dinosaurs, actually figure out what they actually looked like, and the only thing that I could think of is that there is a restriction on time-traveling devices. If they are ever created in the future, there's a restriction to go anywhere in time where people actually existed. So they either have to go forward in time, or they have to go farther enough back that people never existed. And in my personal belief, people have existed ever since the Earth was created, and I believe that because I'm a Christian, and that's for another time. But basically, that is the only thing that I could think of, and therefore people can't time travel unless they are time traveling into the future. And that is another thing I'm going to quickly touch on, because I think this video has gone in long enough. But for people to travel into the future, you have to know what is going to be where you're time traveling to, because by the laws of physics and stuff like that, mass cannot intersect with another mass, because if it does, it will explode. It will just, like, annihilate itself, because I can't put my hand where this desk is. I can put my hand on top of the desk, under the desk, beside the desk, but my hand cannot take up the same space that this desk is taking up. And if that is to happen, either the desk itself would have to not be there, or my hand itself would not have to be there. So either one thing has to not be there, or both things can't be there at the same time, and they both just have to kind of explode. So therefore, you have to have designated areas for time-traveling devices to be, and that only works if you're contacting the future, and we haven't been able to do that yet. We have to contact people from the present, and we can never see the future because we live in the present. We can never go to the past because we always live in the present. That, guys, is my first over pondering video. I really hope you enjoyed. I hope I didn't hurt your brains or confuse you too much, but guys, I really enjoy doing this. I really enjoy overthinking, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well, kind of taking a really weird acid trip through my brain. Thank you very much, guys. I will be doing a vlog later today. I will see you later. Also, do not forget to check out my Facebook, Twitter, and Skype below, and I will be sure to stay in touch with you guys on there. Thank you very much. Share this video if you would like. I've said thank you way too many times now. Goodbye. Hasta luego. I almost forgot that. If I had forgotten that, it would have hurt myself, because that's going to be my official signing off thing. Hasta luego.